people of the internet. I'm the Breathing Canvas, and happy Valentine's Day. To celebrate, I'm going to show you a design based on one of my favorite love stories, that of Psyche and Eros, or better known as Cupid. And fun fact, it wasn't until like a little while ago before I started recording that I realized that Eros, Cupid, Valentine's Day. I just put those together. I was like, oh, my favorite love story is about Cupid. I don't know how my brain didn't put that together before, but there you go. The first thing we're going to do is something I haven't done in a long time, and that is cover my eyebrow with a glue stick. And I have, back in my possession, a glue stick. First, going to glue my hairs up, just sticking them in whatever natural position they grow in. So I'm gonna go upwards for the beginning and then slide it off to the side. Just flattening it to my face, and it feels so weird! And then you're going to let this dry and then put on some foundation powder or baby powder, whatever you got. And then you're going to layer it on with glue stick powder, and until it gets fairly opaque and smooth against your skin. After I've done that a couple of times, I'm just shaving off a little bit of my glue stick and applying it onto my face just to make sure that the surface is really smooth for when we apply the feather onto it, as well as to protect my eyebrow hairs. And then you want to smooth that out and fade out to the edges of your eyebrow. Give it a nice transition. I'm not going to worry about like if there's dried glue edge around it because the feather's going to be covering it as well as some other makeup. Now we're going to go on to this mask of like this purplish black kind of smoky around the eyes. And to make it look more smoky and misty, what I'm doing is I'm just dabbing it on. This is similar to the sponge that we used for our galaxy look, where I took some scissors and made it like an uneven edge so that it wouldn't have a stamped flat edge around it. That can be blended out easily into the skin. Now that you look like you're ready to steal some burgers from a clown, it's time to put on some purple, again, just to give it more characteristic and make it more interesting, so it's not just this one dark color. It is so weird whenever I blink, because it's like all of a sudden I blink and then nighttime, because the black on my lips, oh my gosh, it blocks out the light that's around. Like you normally when you close your eyes, you can kind of sense the light around, get that like orangey whatever. When I close my eyes, it's complete darkness. It's so weird. Before we move on to the next step, I'm just going to set in this layer of very sticky makeup with some powder. Real quick, I want to show you that the powder will matte down your makeup just a little bit, get rid of kind of the shininess. That's okay because I have a plan to bring the shine back into this. To give this a little bit more color and also to signify the fear and evilness of everything, and also to give into the magicalness of the box, I thought we'd add a little bit of green. And to give a little more of that magicalness, I thought maybe a little bit something, you know, just bright, lustrous, something like shimmer. I'm just going to dip my brush in this glorious little canister of joy and just do little splashy splotches everywhere. That is the correct term, splashy splotches. Evil never looks so good. Oh, and this goes in very well with the dark purple. Green and purple, I always love those colors together. And with the shimmeriness, it just... Yes, I'm also gonna bring this out just a little bit, very lightly, just to transition it out. And then I'm going to do a white eyeliner on my bottom lid to help open things up, make things a little bigger so the eyes don't get hidden in our mask. Now we're going to put in our feathers. So I have this feather, it's gonna go over my eyebrow, and I can apply this with either spirit gum or liquid latex. I just don't know which one was gonna be. Who will win? Who will be today's greatest victor? Fine. I guess spirit gum's our winner. Don't you dare. Using a technique that I discovered during my last tutorial for Julia, I'm going to take some spirit gum and I'm going to pre-apply it on our feathers so I know exactly where the spirit gum is going to be. And I just need a little bit, just enough for it to stick on my face. So I'm just going to brush a little bit down the center of the feather. Spirit gum. Oh joy. Lightly place it over your eyebrow. And that's it. To make it more artsy-fartsy, I'm going to make it asymmetrical by putting the other feather down here. Also helps aid with the idea of the feathers falling off from Cupid's wings as he's flying away. Now for the last step, I'm going to take a little bit of scar wax, roll it up, and put some strips down here on my lip to make it look like my lip is dripping. Because I know it's kind of weird, but it's because this is actually the first part of the story that I'll be telling you, but there's so much more ahead of it. Again, go ahead and look up. It is such a beautiful and awesome story. Sometimes it works, but most of the time you will need to put on a base of a little bit of spirit gum so that scar wax can really stick onto your face, and then you can sculpt it to what you want it to be. on Cupid in the middle of the night while he's sleeping with Candle and peers over to see him. When she's shocked, realizing that he's actually the god of love, she startled, loses her balance, and she drips some of the hot candle wax onto Cupid's chest. And then the very last step is to take some liquid latex. I knew you'd come for me! To seal in your scar wax and also to keep it in place, as well as to get rid of any stickiness. And once that has dried a little bit, apply a little bit of your powder, set it all in to make it dry and smooth. And again, since the powder does matte things, take a little bit of nude lip gloss that I'm using for my lips just to help tie everything together, and just put that on your scars or your wig strappings to make it look more wet and hot waxy. And that is my Psyche Cupid inspired fantasy makeup design for Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please let me know by clicking on that thumbs up button down below. And also, please support me by clicking on the subscribe button. Lets me know that you enjoy my content and regularly watch it. Make sure to watch out some of my other videos. The links will be down below. And I will see all of you lovelies next time. Bye!